how great would it be if I gave you a strategy so that every dollar you placed in your ad spend came out with another dollar? Imagine being able to run ads for $0, building up your list, selling your products, and making tons of profit on the back end. Welcome back to the Bonaventure MS Digital Marketing Show. My name's Jonathan, and today I want to talk to you about a concept of breaking even with your advertising. Now, there are quite a few ways to do this, so I'm going to show you the two most important ones, the two ones that you can go and apply right away to your business, get some good results, and that is the tripwire approach and the self-liquidating offer approach, right? So these are two different styles of funnels that both of them rely on your initial lead magnet. So both of them are going to start out with something that you already know, which is ads driving to a lead magnet, right? So that's always the way that any campaign really is going to start off. You're going to say, hey, you want this thing for free? Come get this thing for free. They're going to go there, they're going to opt in. And now you have two options. We've got tripwire, which I'll draw up here, and then self-liquidating offer, which we'll go with down here. Really, the only difference between these two is the price point of what you're going to be selling. So I guess it would be really industry specific based on what your audience is used to seeing, how much they're used to spending, and maybe just test both of them to see which one works best for you if you don't have that kind of data already. But the tripwire is something that's going to cost your audience $7 to buy. The self-liquidating offer is something that's going to cost your audience $97 to buy, right? So that is the main point of divergence. And now I'm sure you're thinking, well, of course, I would want to sell the $97 one. Why wouldn't I? What is the advantage to selling the $7 one? Well, that's a very good question, and I'll answer that here. So when you go into a self-liquidating offer, everyone who goes to opt in for your lead magnet, usually this is with a VSL, right? So you're going to sell this with a video sales letter. And at the end of the video sales letter, you'll make your pitch. The button's going to pop up. It'll take them to an order form. And on a self-liquidating offer, you can usually expect between 1% and 5% conversions. Of course, that depends on a lot of factors, like how good your VSL is, how high quality your traffic is, how much money your audience has to spend. But in my experience, 1 to 5% of people will buy this, which means that if it costs you $3 per lead, let's say, you're spending $300 to get 100 people. Let's say 3 of them buy here. Then you just made your $300 back and you broke even. Congrats! You just put $1 in, you get $1 back out. And with this kind of thing, it usually just ends there, right? With an SLO, we don't usually have an upsell on the end, but you can also add in what we call an OTO, which is a one-time offer, and that could be anything ranging from like 47 to, if you're going to offer this, you probably don't want to go up too high, so let's say $4.97. And then I can't tell you really what the percentages of that would be, because I think it's just super, super specific case by case. But this is also going to be sold with a VSL, and it'll be once they start the order, then it'll be like, wait, your order's not complete. Do you want to add this onto your package? And then they can click no, and that's when they hit the confirm or the confirmation that they've bought, right? So here, best case scenario, you're making a little bit of extra money, and that's how it all breaks down. Now with the tripwire offer, it's a little bit different because it's so low ticket. It's like an impulse purchase, right? Anyone who comes in there, they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's not too bad. And you can either do this with a VSL or written, depending on your preference. And what I've seen is between 5 and 20% of your audience coming in through here is going to buy this, okay? So let's stick with those numbers. Let's say it costs you $300, you get 100 people in, you send them here, and then we'll say that 10% of them buy, or yeah, let's just say 10, then you only made $70 back. Not super great when you think about it, but that, don't even worry about that, because then we also have, so 10% I said, so we're getting 10 people to buy, right? So the smart way to do this is on the order form here, then we have what we call an order bump. And the beautiful thing about the order bump is that you can make it more expensive than that, which comes up to usually between $12 and $20. And if usually it's like 25% of people will take the order bump, right? So now you've got an extra, okay, my number's bad for this. You get an extra 2.5 people who buy this. Let's say it's $20. You just made back another 50, right? So on the low end, this seems a lot less worthwhile than the other one, but you can also add in, at the end of that, another OTO, recoup some money there. And if you've done this right, if you've really maximized your percentages, then you can come pretty close to doing the same thing, right? So I know that the way that I just framed it makes it seem like this is the wrong way to go, but you might be working in a niche where this is closer to 0% and then this will be closer to the 20%. So it's really about playing with the numbers, testing things out, seeing what the data says, how it comes back, and how you can best formulate it for exactly what you're doing. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully I didn't completely throw you off the idea of the tripwire, because that was not my intention at all. Now, let me just give you an example of how you can apply this for your business, right? Because there's this very specific way that you should be using a technique like a tripwire or an SLO, and that is using the value ladder, right? So actually what I'm going to do, we'll put a pause on this. I'll explain the value ladder to you in the next video that's coming out tomorrow, so if you want to keep an eye out for that, you can just head to the channel, or you can just watch wherever you're watching or listening, wherever you're listening right now. I guess that's it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you more about the value ladder tomorrow.